Alright, so the event is coming up. Let's see if something interesting happens in the market. So the jobless claims and a bunch of other numbers are being released in 5 seconds. And the computers will go wild, of course. There you go, goes up, it's holding the level. 32 might be an interesting trade.
Filled.
Take a winner.
Filled.
Okay, how many ticks was that? 325. Okay, let's test a new level. Remove this order. Went so quick though. Pom. Now it's kind of waiting. Nasdaq is rising. Holy crap. Oil is kind of rising as well. There goes Nasdaq. Does it really go? It's hanging around. Nasdaq wants to go up, but it's finding some resistance there. So this could go back to the 31 level. That was a quick trade though. Very nice. Only 2 lots, that's a shame. Nasdaq is keeping support at R1, but now the ES is dropping. So it's gonna hit some stops probably. Well, it's holding out. There goes year 1. The question is though, does the ES break above the overnight high? And if it does, then we're in for a nice move. There are a lot of offers as well at the 49. Which might mean, and there's also the R2, so that's gonna be hell of a resistance though. Nasdaq is holding. Okay, so now it's in a range. Was this the news event? It could be just this, to be honest. And then we have to wait for the US Open in an hour. But we can see what it does. Maybe it's just delayed a bit as well. We had that yesterday as well, so here comes a nice push to the upside. We need to wait for the break. Ooh, it's not breaking the overnight high. Oh, it's making a new overnight high. It's not breaking this level. Nasdaq. People taking profit there. Oh, these are stops over here as well on the footprint. That's a weird place to place your stop though. Okay, does it break this level? If so, we can go for a trade to the upside. And otherwise, we could see a drop for the Nasdaq back to the R1. That might be somewhere in the middle on the ES. So it's kind of neutral at the moment, this consolidation. Not many buy imbalances, some at the top over here. It's kind of neutral, but it's building volume over here, so there are gonna be a lot of stops above it, and then it will raise to the upside. So we could take a risk here by placing an order when it goes above 45. Let's be ready to buy there. It's really holding this level though. There are so many stops above here. There goes one break, really tiny. Just one tick, that's not enough. That's another test. That's better as well. This thing can shoot up now. There went some stops, so people are went long at the top. There are stops around this zone everywhere. We have at the top, above the green line, there are all these buy stops from the people that went short at this level. We probably have some buy stops at the bottom over here as well, accumulating from this area. So there's some buy imbalances. Some buying comes in now. This is a new 5-minute candle. It could shoot up now, but it doesn't break this level. So we're reading at 45 again. It has to break and then come down, otherwise it's not interesting. So people are selling now because they don't trust the long anymore, apparently. Or new shorts coming in. There was some buying again. Well, Nasdaq gets support from the 9 EMA, which is closing in. The 9 EMA tends to work best when it's quite steep. Then the levels are respected and it doesn't have to plumb into the level. Let's see. Well, I'm not feeling the long anymore, to be honest, but you never know. Okay, so it's now heading to the 9 EMA, which is also the R1. There could be a strong support zone on the Nasdaq, and that might shoot up the ES as well. This could go either way pretty soon. There are so many stops above and below this zone. Okay, so that's the 9 EMA, which is being tested right now. I think it's gonna fall through, and then we're gonna see a move to the downside here. So when we see a retest, maybe 42 is a good level to short. Bit higher maybe. So my stop is protected by the overnight high. So that might be 43-ish. I think we already lost it there. Let's just place an order like so. So we're going for a short. We're in the middle of the range, but the range has moved down now quite a bit, so. Although Nasdaq is finding support there at the R1, so I'm not sure if a short is a good time at the moment. Well, I'm not sure if I'm feeling the short anymore. It's slowly dropping down now. Does it hold the R1? It's at the 9 EMA as well. If the R1 breaks, which it doesn't at this moment. Okay, that's a lot of buying there. Okay, I'm gonna get away from the short here because the Nasdaq is finding support on the 9 EMA, and if that's the case, it's gonna walk it all the way up, and it might get a boost all of a sudden to the upside, so you don't want to be short there then. So these are the actual numbers. Look, those are red and those are green, so those are apparently good. And this is a bad number, so in my experience, it doesn't really matter what the outcome is of these news events, as long as they're high volatile events, then something's gonna happen in the market anyway, and then you make a trade of your trading zones, and the actual value, I don't really care, to be honest. I don't want to be biased at all. The number, the fact is, it's gonna move, and that's enough reason to make it work. So alright, so next best trades. When it breaks the overnight high and pulls back, we could see a move to the upside here. Also, the 9 EMA is supporting the Nasdaq here and the R1 as well. So this could be a good sign for an upside move. But you can see how well it holds, right? This trading zone it has been broken by one tick. Exactly one tick. And that's about it. So this is also a new overnight high. So it's respected fairly well. So that's kinda cool though. Alright, so this could have been a fairly okay short, but the market wants to go up, in my opinion, especially when you look at the Nasdaq. But for me, the Nasdaq is this 9 EMA. When that breaks, you have a last resort for the R1, but then it's like going down, most likely, because the Nasdaq moves quite quickly. But now you can see it just keeps going up. It's slow, but that doesn't really matter though. Let's see, oil moved with us at the exact time, 8:30. It got an impulse move, and now it's stalling out. It's kind of ranging at the moment. So we might have seen the exact move from this news event now. If it's not gonna happen in the new 5-minute candle, then we might have to wait for the user open to let it be volatile enough to make a trade. For now it's kinda nowhere. These things, when there's only like sale volume and no buying volume, that means that the stops are being hit and the computers of the exchange are running the stops. I think we saw one happening over here as well, like this. These are just stops hitting over here as well. I guess those are people that want to go long here, so they went long here, and then it hits that stop. Yeah, this was a nice stop run as well. You can see it over here. This is just some actual buying from people that think it will break this level. So these are kind of stuck over there. They want to get out, and maybe they did already with their stops, but over here there might be a couple of them. And this might be an interesting level to see as well, especially as it held already. Alright, let's go back to real time over here on this thing. We still have those offers waiting over here. And do we have any interesting buying offers? 35 are. Okay, so now some stops I think are gonna be hit. So this could be interesting. Let's see. The 9 EMA is broken. The R1 is last support. Now it's heading down to this line most probably. So this could be a breakout trade. But we're also at the bottom of this zone, so it's kind of in the middle of nowhere now. Kinda needs to hit one of those levels, either this one or this one. You don't want to make a trade in the middle of nowhere. This could go anywhere. Let's see, 45. Yeah, so it has to break through all these offers to make, and there are a lot of them now. Holy crap. So this is a really strong resistance level to the downside. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's not broken without any major events or major news. So the R1 held in the Nasdaq, and now it's... So to translate this, the R1 over here, this is the R1 in the ES. So this level is holding over here. So it stops on the Nasdaq, and in my opinion, that's the reason that it stops over here as well. Alright, so the new 5-minute candle, it's... Nasdaq is not really doing... It's kinda ranging over here. So we could wait until these lines meet, and then a move has to come out. As you can see, it now uses the 9 EMA a bit, but the volume isn't that strong at the moment. Right, that's true. There are some bits coming in over here. And over here you can see them on the chart as well. So that means that the price wants to go up. Nasdaq just broke this, but only slightly. So then we also got the horizontal resistance levels, and this one as well. It has to break through those. This becomes a resistance level automatically because the price was there before, and it needs more power to break through. People are just waiting to short it over here, and there are so many offers there. Let's see, what's the number there? 211. Some bits pushing the price up, but still this level, it's such a key level. But still, the overnight high, the current one though, to R2 might be a good trade. It has to break, then pull back, and then we can go for a limit trade there. Place a limit order and wait for our level to hit, and push it further up. So this is quite a nice distance there. You should take it all though. Waiting for the retest. Let's go. It could be an interesting short over here. I was talking about it before. Because there's so many levels it has to break through. But yeah, the problem is, as soon as the Nasdaq breaks through this level, the sky is the limit, and it can go really, really fast then. So you just can't just place an order here and hope for the best. That's not a smart move. You could though, could become lucky. You could throw away money real quick as well. That's what you prefer. So yeah, we're kind of still in the range. There are stops up here, quite a lot, pretty sure. There are so many trades being made in this level. So many people have stops over here. And they just get more and more, and they get stuck up on each other. And when it goes, it really just flies up. Alright, it's getting close to this level again. New 5-minute candle. New fight. Right. It's pretty calm so far. Alright, I think it's fairly safe to say that it's not gonna rip like within 3 minutes. So I'm gonna stop the video here and I will hit record as soon as something interesting happens.